This is Volt News Network. Tonight, we take a look at the past week. This is your Roundup Rodeo. The top international story this week centered around ongoing tensions on the Korean Peninsula. North Korea claimed to have successfully launched its first military reconnaissance satellite in defiance of UN sanctions. In response, South Korea and the U.S. increased combined exercises near the peninsula. South Korea also postponed the launch of its own satellite due to weather. We also continued following the situation in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas agreed to a ceasefire in their latest conflict in Gaza. As part of negotiations, Hamas released Israeli and other hostages, while Israel freed Palestinian prisoners. Meanwhile, Israeli-linked vessels saw attacks in the Red and Arabian Seas in recent weeks. Israeli forces uncovered an extensive Hamas tunnel network beneath Gaza buildings, including a hospital, renewing concerns the terrorist group uses civilians as human shields. And the Red Sea saw multiple attacks targeting Israeli cargo vessels without clear attribution. In other global news, Chinese hospitals reported a rise in respiratory cases among children in northern China. However, the cause and scope of the outbreak remain unclear due to limited data provided. The UNFAO is also pushing for reduced meat consumption in its upcoming COP28 food guidance. Worth mentioning that the COP28 summit took place this past week. On the domestic front, Hunter Biden agreed to publicly testify on his business dealings after an initial closed-door subpoena. Documents also revealed the Biden administration worked with YouTube in 2021 to target alleged pandemic misinformation. Texas filed a lawsuit against Pfizer, claiming it misled the public on vaccine effectiveness and tried to censor debate. And Republican House Representative George Santos became the sixth representative in history to be expelled from Congress. We saw the run-up to the ongoing Trump trial, and wrapping up the week, we saw mentions of a potential Muslim and Chinese travel ban, harken back to times of old. And Finland accused China of industrial sabotage. This marks the first week of December, and with the holidays fast approaching, you can count on Volt News Network to keep you informed about the highlights of the news week. Have a great week, everyone.